All right. So week two. Welcome. As you can see, I'm by myself today. Um, Basically, Joey's work schedule was crazy, and we were planning on doing the video at different times, but then my schedule got crazy, so I'm running this one solo today. Throughout the weeks, I want to bring every one of you, or at least those who want to participate, and do this with me and Joey. So we'll have three people involved in it. I think that'll be pretty cool. Allow for a different perspective besides me and Joey just like repeating the same shit over and over again. I think it'd be kind of interesting. Um, League news wise, nothing really came up this week so far. So that's good. Um, Nothing too crazy besides the trade between me and Eric, where I swindled him out of the DJ that he dropped, and I was able to acquire a quarterback. So that feels good. So the rest of my season's looking pretty nice. I'm not 100% sure if it'll turn out all the way I want it to. But alas, here we go. We're just going to go straight into the matchups. I'm not going to do a future match thing because it's Thursday night and then people are already playing. So it's kind of unfair to look at it in a way because, of course, I'm going to say I'm going to win because Todd Gurley has already scored 2 touchdowns. So we're just going to avoid that and go straight into the recap. Um, so match one, we'll just do mine first because it's what popped up first. I manhandled Eric, mainly because of my running backs once again. I had over 69 ish points out of just my running backs. So that's pretty fantastic. It's kind of hard. I was honestly nervous in the beginning matchup with Tom Brady being there because I thought Tom Brady was just going to body me. Because he scored those 3 touchdowns. And I was just like, oh, please, God, no. Please don't let this happen. But Todd Gurley, Ty Mont, and Kareem Hunt, they pulled through for me, baby. They pulled through. He lost Greg Olsen. That's pretty much awful. He had to start a backup running back. Um, Basically, the only one on his team that was a legitimate threat was Brady. So we don't have to worry about that anymore. He did lift Chris Thompson on his bench. That was 22 points he left off of there. It's really hard to go, why didn't you start Chris Thompson? No one is really expecting him to come out of the gate swinging like that. Um, let's see. And in this matchup, his 3 passing touchdowns would have gave him 6 extra points. That would have no impact on the final score. So that was nice and easy. A fresh one. Okay, so our next matchup, this is where it gets fucking dumb. Our resident taco, Steve, blew it. If he would have started Carlos Hyde, his first round draft pick, he would have won this game. Um, yeah, that's about it. Everyone kind of sucked this match. I mean, it's Ezekiel Elliott didn't do shit, which kind of sucks. Um, just a lot of underperforming all the way around. I mean, Ty only got 49, Fitzy only got 21. Latavius Murray obviously underperformed because he should be starting him in the first place. It looks like he's actually starting Carlos Hyde this week, and that's exciting. He has a kicker that got him points instead of one that was on IR. So Steve is making progress. And this is pretty crazy. So 1 passing touchdown. If we add the 2 points to that, that puts Steve at 64.18. He still would have lost this match, but it would have been a lot closer. Um, let's see anything else on the benches that look crazy. Not starting Alan Hearns. I mean, he's got Golden Tate. Jeffrey did fine. I I may have started Alan Hearns instead of Isaiah Crowell, but it's because that's the Baltimore defense. I wouldn't have expected them to do as well as he should perform. So that would have let me go. Okay, Alan Hearns against Tennessee. Tennessee's pass defense is okay at best, but it is what it is. It literally is the fact that Steve didn't start his number one pick that caused the loss. Actually, one of the closest losses we've had, I think. All right, round game number 3. The only other game where a person got 100 points and also our highest scoring player or owner of the week is Paul with 122. It's one hell of a week. He basically did it on the back of Devontae Freeman, Drew Brees, and honestly, Matt Bryant. He also won the flex battle as well. There's not much to say. 3 pass touchdowns would not have been enough. If we add the extra 6 points to that, would not have been enough to change the factor of the game. And that's even not adding the 4 points for Drew Brees that he would have received. Let's see. Let's take a look at the benches. It doesn't. There was nothing really left on the bench that you could really shake your finger at. I mean, not starting whoever the fuck this guy is, Paul Richardson. I don't even know who the fuck he is. Expecting him to get a touchdown. You're not going to start him over Stephon Diggs. I mean, the only thing that would lean me to do that, and even then, I don't think I would do it, would be the fact that you know that Sam Bradford isn't going to play. He was a scratch right at the beginning, so that was kind of shitty. But other than that, this match played out. I mean, both these rosters look fully optimized. There wasn't any fuck ups like there were in the last match where Carlos Hyde wasn't started, or where even then you can't justify starting Chris Thompson. All right, this was probably the most interesting match. It wasn't the closest, but it should have been Chris that won this. Let's take a look here. Jordy Nelson getting hurt right in the beginning of the game fucked Chris over. I mean, this game, I want to say Chris was in the lead and they were going into it, and Joey had Aaron Rodgers and Michael Bennett left over, and Chris had Julio Jones and Jordy Nelson, and I just thought, all right, well, sorry, Joey, you done fucked, man. You're not good. You're gonna get wrecked. But alas, the valiant efforts of Michael Crabtree just taking every receiving touchdown from Joey's Amari Cooper weren't matched. I mean, C.J. Anderson played out of his mind, basically. Yeah, 27 points. I think he made 27, maybe the highest scoring non-quarterback player. Yeah, I think so. Bench wise, what was the one that we were talking about? Oh yeah, it was Terrence West, Frank Gore. No real difference there. Jason Witten popped off. Well, I should say he did well. He did what he's supposed to do. And Joey started Michael Bennett. I keep telling Joey, don't start Bennett. They're just not used in the Green Bay offense, but he refuses to listen to me. Anything else crazy? Not really. I mean, you're not going to start. You're not going to bench DeMarco Murray. I mean, that kind of sucks. And you're not going to bench Christian McCaffrey for fucking maybe Tevin Coleman. Maybe that was a bit of a fuck up. But you're not going to start Jacquizz Rodgers. That seems weird. You know, I don't see any issues with that lineup. Once again, neither of these are really bad, fucked up main lineups. It's just how the cookie crumbled on Jordy Nelson getting hurt. Other than that, I mean, that was so shitty. That just feels so bad. At least they'll have Jordy back next week. I mean, that's a good thing. Let's see here. Okay, for the last matchup. Oh shit, I forgot to check that one. Oh, he had 1 passing touchdown. He had 2 passing touchdowns. Yep. No effect by a 4-6 change. No come behind victory because of it. And once again, I'm going to reiterate, I'm not doing that to, be an asshole or sarcastic. I'm just trying to prove the fact that by moving it to 6 touchdowns, it makes no sense. it's not going to affect the gameplay any. If anything, this balances it out. It kind of makes you figure out if you really. It rewards the consistent quarterbacks versus the ones that explode like instantaneously, you know. So just just saying that so we don't ruffle any feathers or anyone gets irritated or anything like that. So let's move on to this matchup. Another pretty close one. Um, let's see. I actually didn't look at this one before I did this, so this might be a minute before I. Oh God, a lot of this is just injured tight ends. I mean, luckily Gronk went off before he got hurt, but even then, it wasn't enough to save him. Let's check benches. Not starting Chris Hogan and instead starting Mohamed Sanu. I don't really agree with that. Oh, Martavis Bryant's on his bench too. That's man, you got a lot of wide receivers that are like in the same skill category. That makes it really hard to figure out who you want to start. Because I mean, you're not going to bench AJ Green. You're not going to bench Randall Cobb. Yeah, if they're all healthy, it's kind of hard to decide. I don't see anything else too crazy over there. Let's check this side. Um, wow, Emmanuel Sanders popped off. I mean, with the way Terrell Pryor is playing, I just, I don't know. Did you not start Emmanuel Sanders? Because you, oh, okay, this is not him. Yeah, I would have started Emmanuel Sanders. I probably would have played Emmanuel Sanders, Mike Evans, and Terrell Pryor just to give him one more chance. I don't think Kevin Galladay was worth the start at all, or Kenny Galladay was worth the start. I don't know. You couldn't have predicted Derrick Henry. You couldn't have predicted all that. That's can't blame you there for not wanting. And starting Dalvin Cook, honestly, besides the fact that it's a Pittsburgh defense, Bradford was out, so you figured the ball would run through him, and it did. I mean, 64 rushing yards isn't really that bad of an outing. Once again, tight end injuries killed you. But Boswell and the Baltimore D carried you pretty fucking hard, man. I mean, without them, you would have been pretty fucked. Once again, the passing touchdowns, it doesn't change the outcome. Doing the math on it, the extra 4 points would have put him at 91. The extra 2 points would have put him at 82. Um, and that's actually it. I actually blew through this really quick when you don't have to have a second opinion, which I know kind of makes it bland. And I know hearing my voice for 15 to 20 minutes is not the funnest thing you could have in your life. Um, I already have 23 points. Can we just look at this? We'll do a moment of gloating. Yeah. I mean, he really hasn't moved the ball besides those couple of touchdowns, but there's still time. Um, yeah. So that's it. If there's anything you guys want added, like if you're like, hey, dumbass, even if you're by yourself, do the future matchups, or hey, don't ever do this by yourself ever again because it's terrible and you're not fun to listen to. Um, all those things work. I mean, this is for you guys. I mean, you guys. I know some of you actually watch this. Some of you just go, whatever, dude. Fuck you and your weird shit. But I like doing this. It's fun for me. I've done it since the beginning of the league, and I kind of took like 2 years off of it because I was just so busy with bullshit. But now that I have a steady work schedule and my life has calmed down a little bit, I can just go through it. But yeah, if you have any suggestions on what you want to do, if there's any weeks you want to come on in particular, remember we do them the week afterwards. It's a recap video. Let me know what week you went on. Um, there's a bunch of weeks left, so hopefully we won't have to worry about like two people. I mean, if two people want to come on and we want to do four people on it, that's fine too. I'd prefer not to. But if there's like a matchup, like if you play Joey one week and you're like, I want to be able to talk about with Joey about my matchup, or you play me one week and you want to talk to me about our matchup, I'm down. Let's have some fun. Let's enjoy this stuff. Once again, thank you guys. It's fun to play. I like doing this. Um, next year, I want to increase the pay in a little bit. Um, that way, there's a little bit more commitment. We don't have people not setting rosters. We have people kind of staying in tune for the rest of the year, and it's also more fun. I mean, we're all getting older, and $50. If you just start saving up at the end of the season, you're gonna get it done. So again, that's the end of this video. Joey will be back next week, and maybe one of you guys will be on. Thank you.